With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Watson now to throw.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air yet again, Watson. Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. After the sack on first down, Watson, he's got his big tight end, Dallas Clark. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Watson. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now he'll pull it down. And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. The big fella. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. 65 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's out to his running back, Michel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Watson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. And now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
It's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. That one complete to Okoye. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Moss as he'll get it on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson, being chased out left. He'll try and run it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on fourth down.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that one results in 35 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Rodgers. And a catch made by Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play. Second and 5 now. Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Terry connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
50 to Mike. There we go.
On first down, Watson. Here's a screen to Powell. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Throwing again on second down. Watson going for the deep ball. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
26.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up. Here's Ray Guy now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. And it's Michel once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now a first down carry, it's Michel. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. On the ground, Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Here's Watson. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Again, it's Michelle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, Michelle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now it's Watson. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Travis Kelsey with time running out. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete.